Bard time. I haven't heard anything about Bard, so I don't know what to expect here. I know that it's not going to be what I want it to be. Doesn't mean I'm going to hate it, but Bard, I think, I talked about this before, Bard has a major, I think, theme/identity problem within the mechanics. In order for someone playing a Bard to like properly convey that they are a Bard, it's all in flavor and role playing, right? If you play a Bard and you don't do any flavoring, you don't do any like role playing or anything like that, like it's just down to mechanics. I just don't think there's anything special or Bard-like about it. The fact that you just add bonuses, to people's roles with your inspiration, like there's a lot of classes that can do similar things. So I've always felt like I wish they gave something, and some of the colleges do a good job of it, but just the Bard class as a whole, I wish there was something else there that made them distinct from other classes. Someday I'll do something about it, and I'll like rewrite or redo Bard or homebrew something cooler. But let's take a look. All right, so Bardic Inspiration. I know that this has been changed. You can supernaturally inspire others through words, music, or dance. This inspiration is represented by your Bardic Inspiration die, which is a D6. Ooh, let's open up the other bards so we can see just how much they've changed. All right. So D6, D8, D10, all the way up to D12.
I fell off the fucking map, dude.
Weird Beard, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, buddy. 44 months, 18-month streak. How you doing today? Hey, you think we could find some time this weekend to play some Apex if Frost is up to it? So D6, D8, all the way up to D12, so same thing there for Bardic Inspiration. As a bonus action, you can inspire another creature within 60% of yourself who can see or hear you. That creature gains one of your Bardic Inspiration die. A creature can have only one Bardic Inspiration die at a time. Okay, see, I was told that they changed this, that you couldn't use a bonus action to inspire, and you had to use a reaction. Once within the next hour... Ooh, they did up it to an hour. Wasn't it just like 10 minutes before? Ah, yes, they did up that. Cool, so it's no longer 10 minutes. It's now within an hour. When a creature fails a D20 test, that creature can roll a Bardic Inspiration die and add the number rolled to the D20, turning failure into a success. You can confer a Bardic Inspiration die a number of times equal to your Charisma modifier and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. I think it should be a short rest. I think this should be on long or short rest. The fact that you can only inspire your party 5 times per day. Like, again, there are some classes that have things that are similar to this, or like, do the whole idea of like, oh, you failed something, let me help you succeed it. And they can usually do it the same, if not more, or get it back on like a short rest. And that's not even their main thing. This is Bard's main thing. And you only do it 5 times. Delport says, I also feel Bards have issues, but that's largely because I don't share the core fantasy that they're writing for. I feel that the Bard in D&D isn't representing a strong identity. No, yeah, 100%. 100% Delport. And I don't think it necessarily has to be the idea of, oh, you have to do music and, like, sing and stuff like that. To me, a Bard inspires and, like, helps out by doing so through some sort of form of art. So it doesn't have to be singing, doesn't have to be dancing, just in some way they bring artistry to the battlefield in a sort of magical, sort of performance kind of way. And they don't do that mechanically at all. I have a little gnat flying around me that is very annoying right now. You regain them in a short rest at level 5. I suppose I should have kept reading then, huh? Expertise. Cool. Jack of all trades. Subclass. You now regain all expended use of Bardic Inspiration when you finish short or long rest. There you go. This is nice, though. See, they're doing this with a lot of classes, where if you do have something that is like changed, or sorry, that is limited in some way, you can now expend spell slots or sorcery points, etc., 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 to regain those things. I do think you can expend a spell slot to regain 1 expended use of Bardic Inspiration, which is nice. That's probably enough. I was going to say, like, I feel like it should be, like, whatever spell slot you spend, you get that many Bardics back, but it's probably fine being this way, because, like, if you've used, like, all your first and all your second levels, and, like, now you're using, like, third levels to give Bardics back, like, at that, like, you've given out a lot of Bardics at that point, so it should probably get to a point where it's, like, in order to keep on doing it, you have to do, like, more and more and more. Ooh, Counter Charm. Counter Charm was never super great. Let's see if they fixed it. You can use magical notes or words of power to disrupt mind-influencing effects. If you or a creature within 30 feet of you fails a saving throw against an effect that applies charm or frighten condition, you can take a reaction to cause the save to be re-rolled, and the new roll has advantage. Look at that. Counter Charm is worth using now. Excellent. Magical Secrets. Whenever you reach a Bard level and the prepared spells number of the Bard feature table increases, you can choose any of your new repaired spells from the Bard, Cleric, Druid, Wizard spell list, and the chosen spells count as Bard spells for you. In addition, whenever you replace one, you can replace from a spell list. Cool. Superior Inspiration. When you roll Initiative, you regain expended use of Bardic Inspiration until you have 2 if you have fewer than that. And Words of Creation. You have mastered 2 of the Words of Creation, the Words of Life and Death. You therefore always have the Power Word Heal and the Power Word Kill spells prepared. When you cast either spell, you can target a second creature with it if that creature is within 10 feet of the first target. That's pretty good. It's not bad. Magical Secrets. And prior to this, 20th level was just, if you don't have any Bardic Inspiration left, you can have 1 when you roll Initiative. Ugh. Alright, so yeah, Bard. I was going to say feels better. It didn't necessarily feel bad before, but it's nice to see that they improved the few things about it that was a bit annoying. All right, subclasses. The College of... Is that new? Ooh, the College of Dance is a new one. All right, when you aren't wearing armor or wielding a shield, you gain the following benefits. Advantage on performance checks that involve you dancing. Unarmored defense. When you expend a use of your Bardic Inspiration as part of an action, a bonus action, or a reaction, you can make 1 unarmed strike as part of that action, bonus action, or reaction. Okay, hold on. When you expend a use of your Bardic Inspiration as part of an action, bonus action, or reaction, you make 1 unarmed strike. Well, first of all, unarmed strikes. Do you get better, like, unarmed strike, like, damage? You make an attack roll against the target. Your bonus to the roll equals your strength modifier plus your proficiency bonus. On a hit, the target takes bludgeoning damage equal to 1 plus your strength modifier. So this allows you to use dexterity instead of strength for your unarmed strikes. When you deal damage with an unarmed strike, you can deal bludgeoning damage equal to a roll of your Bardic Inspiration die plus your Dexterity modifier instead of the strike's normal damage. The roll doesn't expend the die. All right, that's cool. The Agile Strike thing is still a little confusing to me because you only expend your Bardic as a bonus action or a reaction, right? Was there anything else that I missed that you would expend it for another reason? I suppose some of the stuff that it gives, maybe. When an enemy you can see ends its turn within 5 feet of you, take a reaction, expend a use of your Bardic Inspiration to move up to half your speed. Then one ally of your choice within 30 feet of you can also move up to half their speed using their reaction. None of this feature's movement provokes opportunity attacks. And then that also allows you to punch something if you want to. Tandem Footwork. When you roll initiative, you can expend one use. Oh, although it does use their reaction. When you roll initiative, you can expend use of your Bardic Inspiration. If you don't have the incapacitated condition, when you do so, roll the die. Each ally within 30 feet of you who can see or hear you gains bonus to their initiative equal to the number rolled. Okay, so Tandem Footwork would not trigger this when you roll initiative. Yeah, because it has to be part of an action, a bonus action, or a reaction. When you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take half damage, you instead take no damage if you succeed and half damage if you fail. If any creature within 5 feet of you making the same dexterity saving throw, you can share this benefit with them for that save. That's kind of cool. But again, the fact that you can only use leading evasion if you're making a dexterity saving throw and someone is near you is kind of a little limiting. I like it, but I would have added something else to this. I don't know necessarily what, but maybe increased it a little bit more, because I feel like a lot of parties usually do a decent job of staying like away from each other when big effects hit. I definitely feel like this should be bigger so it has the potential to benefit you a little bit more often. Because especially if the person within 5 feet of you is the rogue or the monk, they're not taking that damage anyway. But College of Dance is cool. I'm not really sure, just kind of taking a look at it right here, right now, how it would stack up to some of the other classes. But I do think that it is an interesting concept, and I think that I like it overall. All right, College of Glamour. You always have the Charm Person and Mirror Image spells prepared. In addition, immediately after you cast an enchantment or illusion spell using a spell slot, you can cause a creature within 60 feet of you to make a wisdom save, and on a failed save, they are charmed or frightened, your choice. Target repeats the save at the end of its turn, ending the effects on a success. To use this benefit, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. You can also restore your use of it by expending one of your Bardic Inspiration. No action required. That's fine. It's basically a free cast of fear. Yeah, basically it means all of your enchantment and illusion spells are both a charm spell and or a fear spell at the same time. Kind of wish that it was short or long rest, but I guess being able to restore it using a Bardic is fine. The artwork for Glamour Bard is basically Taylor Swift. Let me take a look. Yeah, kinda. I can see it. That is definitely the Eladrin folk pop star Taylor Swift song. Yes, I agree. Oh, I guess I could show you, or I could try to. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it on the cam here. Ah. Whoop, there we go. Not bad. Beguiling Magic. So before Mantle of Inspiration, as a bonus action, expend use of your Bardic Inspiration to grant yourself a wondrous appearance. When you do so, choose a number of creatures you can see within 60 feet of you. Each of the gain 5 temporary hit points. When a creature gains these temporary hit points, you can immediately move its speed. So, Mantle of Inspiration wasn't bad. It does use up everyone's reaction, which is kind of lame. But being able to allow everyone to move at once up to their speed and gain temporary hit points was nice. The temporary hit points, I kind of wish scaled a bit better, but this is still pretty good. Being able to cast an enchantment spell, illusion spell, and then cause any creature to basically be charmed or frightened is also very, very good. Oh, there's Mantle of Inspiration. You can weave Fey magic into a song or dance to fill others with vigor. As a bonus action, expend a use, roll an inspiration die, number of creatures within 60 feet of you, up to your charisma modifier. Number of temporary hit points equal to 2 times the number rolled on the Bardic Inspiration die. And then they can all use their reactions to move up to their speed. Okay. Enthralling Performance. All right, so they lost Enthralling Performance, which is basically performing for 1 minute, and then you can charm a bunch of things with it. Meh. Mantle of Majesty, you always have the command spell prepared, which was also the other one. The old one, which allowed you, when you were concentrating on it, to cast command as a bonus action on each of your turns without expending a spell slot, which is pretty crazy. So as a bonus action, you cast command without expending a spell slot. Take on an unearthly appearance for 1 minute. Your concentration ends. During this time, you can cast command as a bonus action without expending a spell slot, and any creature charmed by you automatically fails its saving throw against your command. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again to finish a long rest, but you can restore it by expending a level 3+ spell slot. So that's cool. Mantle of Majesty is a really cool one. And Unbreakable Majesty, as a bonus action, you can assume a magical, majestic presence for 1 minute. For the duration, whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll, for the first time on a turn, the attacker must succeed on a charisma saving throw, or the attack misses instead. Once you assume this majestic presence, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest. And I think that's what it was before as well. Very similar, yes. Yeah, that's basically just like a better sanctuary that doesn't break if you do stuff. So, like, that's pretty cool. College of Lore is bonus proficiencies, cutting words, additional magical secrets, and peerless skill. When you make an ability check, expend use of Bardic Inspiration, roll it, add the number 2 to your ability check. Oh, okay, so basically, College of Lore at 14th level allows you to inspire yourself. Which, by the way, super silly that you can't... Wait, they didn't change that, did they? Hold on. As a bonus action, you can inspire another creature. Yeah, I think you should be able to inspire yourself. So bonus proficiencies, cutting words, you use your wit to supernaturally distract. See, this is another thing. I feel like cutting words, I feel like all bards should have that. When a creature you can see within 6 feet of yourself makes a damage roll or succeeds on an ability check or attack roll, use your reaction, blah, 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 blah. You learn 2 spells of your choice. These spells can come from the cleric, druid, or wizard. So, okay, so College of Lore is basically the same thing. And I'm going to go on another little rant here about subclasses. Your subclass should change the way you play in a way that is distinct from other subclasses of that type. So if your subclass features just give you more stuff that you already have as a bard, gain 3 more skills, gain 3 more proficiency skills. Cutting words, okay, it's technically different, but again, I think everybody should have it. Learn more spells. You can now just inspire yourself. None of this feels cool. Yeah, Lord Bard is just more Bard. Exactly. It's exactly right. Everyone should get cutting words. Everyone should be able to inspire themselves. And this just gives you more Bard. It's kind of lame. College of Valor. You can use your wit to turn the tide of battle. A creature that has a bardic inspiration die from you can use it for one of the following effects. When a creature is hit by an attack roll, the creature can use its reaction to roll the bardic inspiration die and add that to their AC against only that attack. Kind of wish it worked more like shield. Be very, very powerful that way as well, though. But yeah, especially because if you... Yeah, see? Because it would really suck to be like, all right, I'm going to roll this Bardic Inspiration to try and get that attack to miss, because it's like it's a really, really big one. And then, like, you roll really, really low, and it's like, oh, it didn't work, and now it's gone. And then they make a second attack, and it's like, oh, that one was a lot closer. If only you still had that Bardic Inspiration die. Offense. Immediately after the creature hits a target, you can roll the Bardic Inspiration die and add the number rolled to the attack's damage against the target. All right. Way better to use it for AC bonus than extra damage. Gain proficiency with martial weapons and training with medium armor and shields. In addition, you can use simple martial weapons as a spellcasting focus to cast spells from your bard list. Extra attack. Get to attack twice. In addition, you can cast one of your cantrips that has a casting time of an action in place of one of those attacks. That's pretty cool. And then battle magic, after you cast a spell that has a casting time of an action, you can make one attack with a weapon as a bonus action. Okay. Kind of all, yeah, kind of the same thing that it was before. So, again, I'm not really sure how well, like, this stacks up against, you know, the other ones as far as uses go, being able to, like, sort of be up in the mix in, like, what, adding, like, an additional, like, D8 or whatever per damage every time. I don't know. I feel like if you want to be a melee spellcaster, there's probably better ways to go about it. Like, for example, playing an Eldritch Knight. Eldritch Knights for fighters now are freaking cool as heck. So College of Dance, pretty cool. Could probably use a few things here to make it like a little bit better, or like feel a bit better, feel a little bit more satisfying. College of Glamour, I think, is probably the better of all of them. If I were to make a bard, I'd probably go with the College of Glamour. College of Lore, I think Mateus said it best. It's just more bard, and College of Valor is fine. I think the thing that probably annoys me the most is you didn't change College of Lore or College of Valor, I think, enough to warrant putting it in here. I would have preferred that you actually either provided a new one, like they did with College of Dance, or actually take one of these other ones and, like, actually change it. When people talk about the idea of, like, you really just want us to buy the rules all over again, when you look at lore and valor, and these are here with minimal changes, and they're just here, like, padded out, it definitely feels like it. So overall, Bard was fine, and they got some okay changes. Nothing here, I think, to be particularly dismayed or upset about in general.